people don't realize that the two things can be true at once. You can be pro-trans rights, but also pro-women's rights. And unfortunately, there's a line that's being crossed into women's rights territory. And that's when I started really seeing the divide with me and the left.
Hey, I'm Dave Rubin, and joining me today is a former lefty turned conservative, a YouTube creator, and a card-carrying lesbian, here to talk about what's going on with the gay community. Arielle Scarcella, welcome to the Rubin Report.
It's been long overdue.
You
said this
been long
before we started
overdue.
taping, but like, girl, everyone says that I'm the female Dave Rubin, and at first I was like, do they mean that in a bad way? And some of them do, but like, I know it's a good thing, even though they might think it's a bad thing. So either way, I'm flattered. No matter how they mean it, I'm flattered either way.
Much obliged, and I'm glad you're here, and we are putting this interview out during Pride Month. The gays get a whole month. I introed you as a card-carrying lesbian. Is it true that lesbians have a card? Do you have some sort of laminated card?
I mean, I think it's more that we have to have a card, because now we can't even define the damn word.
Yeah.
Right? Like, nobody even knows how to define woman. We can't define lesbian. So I feel like we need to have a card that says, like, this is what a lesbian means to me. This is the card. This is what I am. And this is what I want. Kind of like the gay hanky code back in the 70s, you know, when they had the hanky code.
Yeah,
the older
yeah.
gays get that reference.
The older gays get that. I get the reference, but it's a little bit before my time. But I wanted to have you on for a while because you are, when people say that you're the girl Dave Rubin or something to that effect, you left the left and you survived. So could we just do like a 2-minute recap? Because it's pretty recent for you. It's only in the last couple of years. You were a lefty and you woke up. That's
exactly what happened. I think looking back now, the past 4 years, you know, of my content making, because I'm an OG YouTuber. I've been making videos since 2009, like before YouTube was even a career option.
Yeah, that's before me. That's years before me.
Exactly. Like we were just online having fun, being kids. I was like 23 at the time, 24. And now, you know, looking back, my entire outlook on the community has changed. Back then, it was everybody was humble. Everyone got along. There was like some drama here and there, but usually it had to do with who was dating who and who broke up with who, not with how someone identified or who wants to sleep with who. And the last 5 years, I noticed a huge change in the YouTube community, especially the gay community, the LGBT community on YouTube. It became volatile, whatever I don't know how to pronounce the word because I'm from New York.
I'll accept either one. You're a Brooklyn girl.
Right, but you know, it became it just toxic, honestly. And it started with the trans community, and then it filtered into the bisexual, non-binary, queer, whatever, anything other than lesbian community, and then now it's starting to filter down into the gays and lesbians, and it started to hit me when I started making content about trans people. With trans people, by the way. Trans people were in the videos. But I got sick of feeling like everyone was attacking me for simply having a different opinion. And in my opinion, it wasn't even like a non-mainstream opinion. That's the weird part, right? Like, this is it's based on logic and science.
Yeah, what was your highly controversial opinion on the trans issue?
Oh my God, there's so many highly controversial transphobic opinions that I have, but one of them is I don't think somebody is a lesbian, you know, if they want to suck a dick. Can I say that on your show?
You can. I think it's the first time it's been said, but you know.
It's definitely the first time. But like, that's not controversial. It shouldn't be controversial, and somehow yet it is. I think socially it makes a lot of sense when there are trans women who present as women, like, you know, my friend Blair White, like my friend Ashley. Socially, there'll always be women because they no longer live their lives as men. Mm-hmm. And I have, you know, I've had that opinion for years, and I started speaking out, you know, about that kind of stuff because people don't realize that the two things can be true at once. You can be pro-trans rights, but also pro-women's rights. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, there's a line that's being crossed into women's rights territory. And that's when I started really seeing the divide with me and the left. And I was going to stand by my morals no matter what, because I'm a New York Italian. And I finally made a video. I actually connected with Tim Pool, who's been a friend of mine way before he got big on YouTube. I connected with him and I went over his house and I was like, I need help. Like, I don't know what the hell to do, but I'm being attacked constantly. I've lost 50 or plus creator friends of mine. And I also contacted my friend Sydney Watson, who I think you know, and she and Tim helped me write the video, and I posted the video, and I just prayed to God. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't. I was just tired of being mentally and emotionally abused. And I even made a video about that, about how all the tactics that the progressive left uses these days are emotionally, like psychological, emotional abuse tactics. You know, like the whole thing, like trying to get you fired, making sure that you only talk to certain people. Like crazy shit that I've been in abusive relationships before. I started seeing the red flags. I wasn't completely convinced at first because I was like, okay, just like they're just a bunch of kids. But then my ex-friends started doing it to me, and I was like, okay, like I have to put an end to this and not allow myself to be taken advantage of anymore.
So I think the $1 million question that all gay people get asked when they come out as anything other than progressive is, which was harder, to come out of the closet or to come out as a conservative or someone that is just non-progressive?
It was harder coming out of the closet to myself. It was harder coming out of the closet, that's as a gay person. It was harder coming out of the closet as a non-progressive to the world.
I mean,
because
it's extraordinary.
It wasn't about, because it was about how they saw me, not how I saw myself. Like I always knew that I was sort of, like at this point in my life, I think I'm pretty much like physically conservative, socially libertarian, like live and let live, don't touch me, like let me do what I want with my body, pretty much. You know, don't take my money, give me my guns. Like I understand gun rights now.
Real right-wing extremist stuff.
Yeah, of course, like white nationalist, everything, but like that's where I'm at now. And I think part of it also is moving down to Florida part-time made a big difference in the way I thought, because New York City is super progressive. Florida is a little bit more of a red state. And I got that perspective and it helped me, I guess, centralize maybe my opinions on certain issues. And I made, the best part of this all is I made better friends from it. Like better friends that, like now when I get like online bullied or harassed, whatever, the people that on the left never would help, never, ever would stick up for me. All the people on the right, all these terrible people that everyone's making it out to seem like they're terrible people, all of them always come to my defense every single time.
I know the feeling, sister.
Yeah, and it's mind blowing to me how opposite it is compared to what the media portrays them to be.
If you're looking for more honest and thoughtful conversations about politics instead of nonstop yelling, check out our politics playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.